We've forgotten more about real estate than you or I know. Almost. You remember all the. Yeah. I'm a contractor. Yeah. Yep.
That's what we break.
All right, Chris, you ready to present? Huh? Are you ready to present?
What am I presenting?
You're handling the, all right, team, good afternoon. Aloha.
Good afternoon.
Wow, look at that. Who was that? Yeah. The man present, right?
That was me. I'm Tommy. Nice to meet you guys. It's my
Awesome.
first official Zoom call with my new crew. So thank you for having me.
Get the office, Tommy. That's right. Welcome to South Bay. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all. Love the Synergy, love the energy, and I love all of you too, guys. You guys are awesome. That's quite a statement. That is quite a statement, right? Yeah. After coming back from Mega Camp, it's just igniting. So, and it could vouch for this. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's start. Our vision and our beliefs. Repeat after me. Ready? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. To provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained, and motivated to experience growth, wealth, and a legacy that allows them to live their best life possible. Our belief. When the values of your company align, you know you found your professional. Our vision. To achieve amazing professional and personal development so that everyone is now meeting. I'm making the agency of choice. Little on the weak side, but it's okay. You guys have to make it to be next up, maybe. All right, next slide, please. All right, so let's continue. We want to thank our affiliate, Neil Bracewell from State Farm, for providing us this phenomenal Hawaiian lunch. So thank you.
Yeah, hey everybody, thanks for the, sorry for the delay, I should say. I was kind of trying to measure getting the food here hot versus being late, so sorry about that. So as you said, I'm Neil Bracewell with State Farm. I'm your preferred vendor for insurance. And one thing I've told you guys before is that, you know, you can get home insurance anywhere. You can call an 800 number and get your home insurance. You can go online and get your home insurance. But what I always tell my, and I'm just pulling up a text, sorry. What I always tell my customers is that there's a reason why you want to be with State Farm and a State Farm agent. Because when something happens, anybody can buy home insurance, but what happens when you need your home insurance? So I got this text just the other day, and it's from a client who said, thank you so much I had a fire in our garage at our home recently, and everyone is okay, but I just wanted to tell you that working with Connie in your office was a pleasure. Connie was so great in handling our inquiry, and it was so nice that we didn't have to call an 800 number. I know when we met, one of the things that prompted me to make sure I got fully insured by you in your office is the story you told me in which one of your clients had an issue and they didn't have to call an 800 number, they called an office directly. In this situation, it was exactly as you said it would be. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So that was a great text that I get. Thank God no one was hurt in this fire. But if someone was, or if they needed anything, we were right there for them. So for your clients, I've told you guys this, and I'll continue to tell you, my job is not to sell your clients insurance. My job is to make you look good. right? So when you refer your clients to me, I'm gonna do nothing but praise you and tell your client what a great person they're working with. And if I sell them insurance, great, but if not, that's okay too. My goal is to build a relationship with you so that you feel comfortable sending your clients to me. So I don't want to take any more of your time. Hope everybody enjoys chicken and beef. And aloha. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks again, Neil, for having us with lunch. If you haven't got lunch, I encourage you. There's plenty of food. Go out and get some right now. All right, next slide, please. All right, I want to play a quick video. This is straight from what we heard at Mega Camp, AW, where entrepreneurs thrive.
In 2023, Keller Williams turns 40. And sometimes, midlife crisis is a good thing. Now, we aren't going to run out and buy a flashy sports car, or a boat, or some other toy. And we aren't suddenly going to grow a mustache. Because we've already got one. But it is time for something big. Because that's what we do. It's time to tell the world who we really are. And why we were called to this. T.S. Eliot said, "We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started, and know the place for the first time." We started as a small real estate company, with a mission to become so trusted by our clients that we could become their realtor for life. But of course, Gary Keller taught us that to be realtors for life, we had to be more than realtors. We're coaches, therapists, mentors, mind readers, and magicians. We're digital hunters with human touch. Wheelers and dealers who only use our powers for good. We are advocates and shoulders to cry on, friends to lean on, and confidants to trust. Together, we are the keys and the doors to new futures. This is the most important time in our lives, as a company, and simply as people. Your clients are feeling that same thing when they come to you. Their first homes, their final homes, newly married, newly divorced, empty nesters or more on the way. These are the most joyous, terrifying, and hopeful times of all our lives. Because your clients are jumping off cliffs, and trusting you to build wings on the way down. We get to feel the thrill of that connection every day, if we do our jobs right. And if we do our jobs right, they aren't jobs at all. It is indeed a calling. To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. To be entrepreneurs. For 40 years, we at Keller Williams have deeply believed that entrepreneurship is the miracle of America. That in America, if you can dream it, you can build it. We're privileged to be in the business of buying and selling the most important and life-changing dream. The dream of owning a home of your own. It's not just an American dream, it's a dream shared around the world. At Keller Williams, we want to continue to earn the right to be the home of the dreamers, the doers, the entrepreneurs. The hundreds of thousands of you who have dreamed and built your own business, and in the process built ours. We all know everything changes, but we will always champion you, the entrepreneurs who are powered by purpose, by energy and passion, teamwork, trust and technology, integrity and culture, and trained in the rules of how we would do it, but who also have the confidence to bend the rules in ways Gary never dreamed of, but hoped you would. You see, we aren't here to teach you our past, or to try and predict your future. We're here to help you create the future. We are reigniting a culture of celebrating entrepreneurial visionaries. Because real leaders don't create followers. We create more leaders. We are teaching rebellion and inspiring invention. You are mavericks and world changers. And your relentless creativity, fueled by the competitive drive inside every one of you, will make the real estate models of today look quaint by the time you're finished. Everything we ever did was a risk. We started as a little underdog company and grew to be the largest real estate company in the world. You know what underdogs do when they get big? They look for bigger fights. Look for those fights. We want you to out-Gary Gary. Take risks, take heart, take action. All these things that you are for your clients, the coach, the therapist, and the key to a new future, we will redevote ourselves to being for you. There's a reason we want your name larger than ours on signs. When you look at your clients and think to yourself, it's not about me, it's about them. Well, it's not about us. It's about you. This is the most important time in our lives. You're living in a home built for entrepreneurs to thrive. And true entrepreneurs don't have to wait for doors to open for them. After all, we have our own lockboxes. Welcome home.
Pretty powerful statement. What resonated from this video? Anyone? Break the rule. Break the rule. What I got was take action. Take action. Anyone else? There was a lot said.
It's not about you, it's about your client. Yes, amen.
It's not about you, it's about your client.
About the customer service that you provide.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we cannot stay where we have been, we really have to evolve, we have to stay up to date with the technology out there, with companies that we're going to be competing with. That is, I mean, that is future, that is where we want.
Right. And think about it, you know, Keller Williams was a small company in the late 70s, early 80s. And look at where we are now. We're not just in the US, we're in Canada, Alaska, Mexico, Central America, South America, parts of the continent and the world, and we're growing. That shows value, in my opinion. And this just resonated, you know, to this morning's producer's mindset on Ed Morrell. Some of the key elements that he was utilizing, and he hit it right on the core for me this morning. So yeah, that's what Keller Williams reflects on me, and I'm so grateful for the leadership, Manny, Jennifer, Ed, and the entire staff, but more so all of you. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, let's continue.
So farewell, love you, saying goodbye.
So this leads, why I had the video prior, that leads to this new slide here. So as many of you know, we sent out a email on the transition of this phenomenal leader in front of me. So this is really for him as well. I've had the privilege and the honor to work with him last year and a half. And through the trenches, I've seen this guy just skyrocket. And now has the opportunity to lead a market center. You know, so we want to bring Ed here, if you'd like to share a little bit, because we don't want rumors spreading out. Okay, we want to be very clear and concise and transparent as we are as a market center, right? So Ed, come up. So set the story straight.
So, it's gonna work from Century 21.
No way.
No,
I'm not getting my my gold blazer from Century 21. When back in the day, were the ones with the rainy crap.
Yeah, I wore one of those. 3 months.
No, I'll tell you guys, it's been an honor to be at this office for the last year and a half. I love this group. I love this guy here. An awesome teammate that, somebody you want to be in the trenches with. This office is blessed. We've got Holland who's there working hard as we speak. Natalie, Jennifer and Benny, and now Fred Howard as well. And Linda, who's offsite, who's still a part of it. I mean, it's an awesome staff. It really is. I've learned so much from this crew being here. This office is kicking out. I mean, that's why people approach me, was like, everybody wants to do what we're doing here. I got an opportunity to lead an office in San Diego. As transparent as please don't want to say it on social media because they haven't announced it to their office till Friday. So please don't say anything because we're not supposed to say anything until Friday. But yeah, I'm going to be leading an office down in San Diego, and a much different office than what we've got here. Theirs is more closer to the before picture than the after picture that we've got here. And I'm honored. Jennifer Kutro helped me to find that job and literally guide me through that process. It was really an honor to have your current employer help you to find a position outside your office. Is speaks testaments to the culture that we've got here at this office. It's really cool.
You can break it, you buy it.
Yeah.
Coming on.
Totally awesome.
We have best leadership in any office in South Bay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
For
that.
my 43 years of being in every single office. It's gonna go past the top. Because Jennifer and then you're leading the way. So
Yeah, it's
don't
awesome.
stop me, that girl.
It's just, I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything yet, but I think we are beating our record today or tomorrow. Like here in the next week or two, we're about to break the record for most recruiting ever in 1 year, and we're in still in August. Like that's sad. That's really cool. That's really cool. So yeah, I'm excited to lead an office, and I'm gonna R&D a whole lot of what I experienced here. R&D, rip off and duplicate. So I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of that, and just trying to bring some of what we've created here to there. I'm so proud of what this office has been through. When I joined up, a year and a half ago, it was like under construction. I saw my first day, it was like, I don't know where you're going to work out. It was like, it was just a construction site. It was literally a construction site. So we were all like, Simon had like his little mobile office that was like, he would move to whatever room was not.
That was my office right here.
Yeah. I was right back here in Champagne's office now, I think it is. But yeah, and this office has come so far in the year and a half that I've been here. It was already starting to change before I got here. I'm glad I got to be a part of all that. We have a great crew of agents here. I was talking about this in the morning mindset, just how much I love this company. And I'll close on this, is that I love that this office has a crew of agents that's been around for a long time. We have some people like Jim, like Michelle Brown, like Gary Nix, like Lauren Conner, who was here and then left and came back like a smart person. I'm happy to say I'm a part of that. But no, really, we've got a lot of agents who've been around for a long time, and I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud that this office welcomes new agents whose ink is still wet on their license. We're not somebody who's all exclusive. We're like, talk to us after you've done 100 transactions. We welcome new agents. We train them from the ground up, and that's super cool. Not every company does that. And what's the best part about that is that a lot of those people who've been around a long time still teach Ignite classes and still give to those new agents. That is super cool. It's great for the people who've been around for a long time. It's great for the new agents. That's what I think how offices work best, is when you have new agents who are learning, who keep new agents are all afraid, like, oh, I just hope I fit in. And little do you know, you guys are like the energy and the lifeblood of offices. That's where it's all at. As all these agents come in, they're all like naive and new, and they don't know any better than to work hard. And they inspire everybody who's been around a long time. Like, oh yeah, I better get my button here because I don't want new guy passing me up, or new gal, right? That's cool. I love how that is. And I love that we do that at KW. I love the culture that we've got. We've been through a lot together. We've been through red days and we've lost agents. We've had, new agents coming in and kicking butt and closing deals and revamping stuff on it. So I'll just wrap it up and just say I could not be happier that I got to be a part of this place for the last year and a half. And I'm so honored that I got to be a part of it and that, Manny and Jennifer helped bring me along and help me to get to my next place, which is going to be a good move for my family. So thank you guys all.
I just have to say something about Ed too, because first off, I think he's left a great legacy at our office here. Like he's worked so hard. Your legacy obviously is K-score being highlighted at KWRI. But honestly, it's so great to work with him because even when he came to me and we were talking through this, Keller Williams is about family, right? And we want to make sure that everybody, it's best for Ed and Ed's family. So honestly, it was funny because when we were going through this, people were all up in arms, like, did you talk to her? Did that? Like, you guys don't even know. There was a whole shebang and we're like, hey, like we're friends, like, we did this together holding hands, and I just wanted to say thank you, Ed, because we've already cried multiple times. Ed, thank you for everything that you brought here, and I think that this office is amazing. And to go with the numbers, I know you're going to miss my daily emails to you, but these two together, the most people that we've brought in a given year was about 146, and as of yesterday, we're at 145. So that was amazing.
I believe that we are ranked, I looked yesterday, because I just happened to be doing something, we're ranked number 12 in all of KW. How many offices are there? We're like 800 offices? What is it?
Like 825.
And we're 12, baby. We're ranked 12.
Well, and it's a testament to everybody here and the culture. I was talking with someone yesterday, Jim knows who, named Kathy Zuma. She was the reason why I joined KW. And she came in and she's like, I could just feel it again. When we started with Keller Who, I don't know if anybody was here when we sent out the postcards of, hey, we're Keller Who, and we would put people's photos on there. But that's what it was in 2003, 2004. And so everybody outside of this office too can feel the energy here. So thank you all and thank you, Ed.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll tell you the funny story behind that. So like as this is all getting wrapped up, there was people like from the region down there and all like, wait a minute, no one has cleared this through us. Like, you guys are missing steps. And I was like, I think it like, I forgot the email said that. I was like, actually, it was the region who referred me to the markets and all that. I'm CCing in Jennifer Kuchar on this. She's very much informed. She was the one who started this whole ball rolling. So yes, they've been in touch. Like, in fact, she was the one who started the whole process. So, but that's like, that's a testament to part of what's cool about KW is that, yeah, you can be an awesome agent and grow and all that. If you guys ever want to, if anyone wants to, there's a whole other side of KW on the leadership side and all that. There's like lots of different jobs available that, there's places you can take your career that you never saw coming. I never saw that. I didn't think I was going to do this. I remember when I was young, when I was an agent, I'd watch the team and being like, oh my God, like, I just want to sell houses. Like, I don't want to do any of that stuff. And then you end up, because you can't help it. You just want to give back, there's something about it. Anyways, I'm honored to have gotten to be here, and thanks to you guys. I so appreciate it.
All right. Well, we're super honored as well too, Ed. So I know you're going to do amazing things out in San Diego. So awesome. All right, well let's continue. I think that's it. No, we should party on that.
Yeah.
All right, I want to introduce the newcomers for the month of August. We got Carla, Demetrius, Brendanette, Miranda, Tommy, Timothy, and Kathy. Are you any of you in here?
Timothy.
Yes. Welcome. Thank you for aligning yourself with KW South Bay. All right, next slide, please. My screen took a little longer, so there was a delay on my.
No problem, no problem. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I didn't get to work with you very long, but you know what? You did leave a very special impression upon me. Just your whole, persona, your energy. You're just a very positive person. Every time you came in my office with a new agent to introduce us, it was just, that vibe. And that's why people are coming here. And it's that kind of energy that draws people here. And you're going to be a success wherever you go, no matter what. It's just great. And I'm going to miss you. And I don't know why I'm being so emotional. We worked together that long. I will miss you. I will miss you. Hey, we didn't run away from home. We moved upstairs. So everybody that's been looking for us, we are upstairs on the second floor in the KW Suites. We are next door now to Gary Nick's office. And I understand we're going to get a new team in that corner office. So that's exciting. More people. Well, that's a good thing. And then my next class, I'm going to be talking about net sheets. And so that will be my next class. I'll try to get on the calendar for next month. And we're going to go over all of the line items so that you can explain those to your clients. Because a lot of times people don't know what all those fees are. And they just look at it and they get overwhelmed. They're like, what is this? What are all these costs and the fees? And why do I have to pay this? And isn't the seller supposed to pay for all this? Why do I have to pay for all this? So we'll go over all of that together and I can explain that to you. So that's great. And so one of the things also that I wanted to talk quickly about was when we have a seller that has passed away and the title is in the trust, we need a copy of the trust if that trustee has passed. We have to get it to title, we have to get it approved. And we run into issues sometimes when it cannot be located. So when we can't get a copy of the trust for title to look at, it creates problems and delays. So if you're going to take a listing for a client that has a trust and the trustee has passed away and that successor trustee wants to sell the property, just make sure you have that conversation with them about getting a copy of the trust so they can start looking for it. So we can get that in the very beginning as we have a couple of those and we're trying to get that worked out. And if you have any needs or anything like that, I'm in the office every day. You can come upstairs anytime. We have open door policy, so just come on in. Or if you need me to come down here, I will come down the elevator or the stairs. So I'll come and see you. So don't be shy. Just come by anytime. All right?
Question.
Does anybody have? Yeah.
Yeah, regarding the trust book, what if there was just completely gone? They can't find it, it's nowhere in the family. What happens?
Well, that's a title call. So
Okay.
we'll have to contact title and see what other options they will offer us. Because they're the ones who have to review it. I'm only looking for signing authority. I don't care about, the beneficiaries or any of those things. That's a title issue, so.
I had that question.
Yeah, it happens pretty frequently, so. All right, any other questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you,
so much.
Maria.
All right.
Before we move on, Chris wanted to do a photo real quick. I don't
Photo
know,
op.
some photo op, would you want to do?
I want you in the front and everybody just like.
Well, let's get Simon to do it.
Simon.
Even
Now, this is your day, though. You guys want to just throw your hands up for the ads? All right, there we go. Come on, just, we're saying goodbye to Ed, so it's like, you want to raise your hands up, people in the back too, I can see you too.
That good?
Good, okay.
Well, the screen is telling you what it's gonna look like, right?
And that camera or that phone takes amazing photos. I mean, it's truly you're like a professional camera in the phone. All right, let's continue. So Scott Leroy, are you on the call?
Yes, sir, I sure am.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate you for jumping on and thank you. So talk to us. What do we got?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, thank you so much for even just having me on here. I thoroughly appreciate it. So much like I said, my name is Scott Leroy. I am the owner of Scott Leroy Marketing, what I call the lamest name company of all time. and we are really here to help you with all of your KV technology. So I'm going to flip this around real quick, make it so you can see all the fun stuff on here. All right, so what I always like to highlight for agents is just to make sure that you know how you can utilize anything and everything on here to really take advantage of all of our support that's accessible for y'all. So this is the scottleroymarketing.com website, and I saw there's a handful of people inside the chat section, so I'll put some stuff inside the chat section. I'll send y'all over an email as well with everything I'm chatting about on here. But all you'll need to do to sign into our site is to utilize this login option. I'm currently logged out on here. All right, but then on here, all you need to do is put inside 446. That'll be the password. It's just the number 446 for your market center number. And that'll give you access to everything under our agent resources section. All right, so all the different items that you can utilize on here. Now, a couple things that y'all may remember when you first joined on with the office might be that questionnaire section to get all your fun tools up and running. And the one that I always like to highlight on here is our existing agent questionnaire. All right, so this existing agent questionnaire on here is where you can actually go through and get everything basically optimized for you to utilize. Right. So at the end of the day on here, this is where you can say, you know, hey, if I was a brand new agent starting on, 8/31/2022, am I utilizing all the newest technology? Do I have everything up and running properly? All right. So this is where you can access this immediately. So I'll put that inside our chat section on here as well. So scottleroymarketing.com/existing. All right. And I would highly suggest taking advantage of that, because it's basically like a yearly check-in with the doctor, right? Just to make sure that everything's running properly on there, to get everything fully up and running and integrated for you too. All right. Now, outside of just making sure that you're fully up and running, you're using all the new technology, you're taking advantage of everything that's free on there through the KW Tech. All right. Then we also have the ability to train you on how to utilize everything too. So we also have our live webinar section on here. So under live webinars, every Monday through Friday, right at 10 a.m. Pacific time. All right, so 10 a.m. Pacific time, these classes will be live, where we're going to be screen sharing and also doing everything with y'all. All right, and this is through slmwebinar.com. So S like Scott, L like Leroy, M like marketing, webinar.com. So slmwebinar.com. And that'll allow you to come over to our live webinars every day of the week. Obviously not next Monday, but every day of the week, not holidays excluded, right, at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And of course, these classes are going to go over anything and everything. We have courses on here through our training calendar that you can access that'll cover KW Command, that cover database management, DocuSign, they cover smart plans, the website, marketing, Facebook ads. All right, the sky's kind of the limit at the end of the day for you to learn about all the different technology you now have accessible as a KW agent. Now, on top of that, we also happen to have all of our challenges on here too. So if you're looking at kind of learning a little bit more about all the KW technology, you want to do it at your own pace, we have our own little 30-day checklist option on here to help you out. All right, and then if you are looking for walkthrough items, we even have our Keller Cloud cheat sheets. So if you're looking for FAQ walkthrough options, this will help out tremendously at the end of the day. All right, so I just want to give you a heads up of what this will look like on here. All right, and then of course, if you aren't able to make it to our live training classes, no worries. All right, we record anything and everything. All right, so all of our classes are accessible under our recorded training classes section. All right, and you'll be able to find all the classes alphabetically organized on here. But once you click on any of them, it'll be chronologically organized. So if I click on campaigns, then this will show the most recent campaigns class that we did. So you can watch that one right away. All right, and if we did a campaigns class today, for instance, then this might say something like campaigns 101-8/31. So that way you'll always be able to see the most recent class immediately on there with the date on it as well too. All right, and of course you can watch all these at slmtraining.com also. So slmtraining.com will help out too. And then my favorite thing to highlight on here is the support section. All right, so scottleroymarketing.com/support. This is one of the biggest items that anyone can utilize, whether you've been with KW for a day or 10 to 15 plus years. This will help out tremendously. Now, at the bottom of every page, we're going to have our contact info. So if you ever have any issues, questions, or concerns on any of the KW technology, whether it's, I can't sign in, I'm having an issue with my website, I'm having an issue, with, DocuSign, with whatever it might be, getting your contacts and uploaded. I was gonna say important. All right, then we can actually help with that. So any troubleshooting that you may need done, we can help you out with that immediately on there. Now, outside of just troubleshooting, then we also happen to have all of our additional support service options on here too. All right, so if you're looking purely for command services, if you just need to get your command up and running, maybe you need to start a smart plan and you want us to help you to get that launched. All right, or you need to import your database, we can actually do all of that for you. And the best part is it's all free. All right, it's all complimentary for us to complete this for you. All right, now if we scroll down, we also have services just on the Keller Cloud platform, encompassing all the KW technology, whether it's MyKW, whether it's Command, whether it's Connect, we can help with everything on there. All right, so if you just need to get your profile completed, if you are leaving or joining a team and you need to update your team information, we can help with that. If you're leaving a team and you need to, have that information removed, we can do that too. If you need a QR code created, we can help to update that. Maybe you have a new bio, email, headshot, phone number, social media info, whatever it may be, we can help out with all these items right away. Right? And on top of that, we also happen to have services just on the KW email or Google Workspace account, and then even services just on your website. All right, so if you need help with your command website, whether it's adding in testimonials, download app page, forwarding your domain, featuring your listings, we can do all these items for you to make your life easier. All right, and then if you do just want to double check and make sure that everything is set up properly for compliance, we even have an option on here for DRE updating just to make sure that everything is fully up and running properly for you. All right, so all these little rectangles are clickable buttons. So if you find one that you like on here and you want to kind of fill this out, definitely feel free to. All right, once you click on that, then it'll pull up with that page for you to take a look at everything possible on here. All right, then this will allow you to actually go through and really just kind of see all the additional items that we'll need in order to expedite this right away. Now, more importantly, you don't have to fill this out. You can just reach out to us directly. That's no problem at all. All right, but completely up to you. If you want to fill this out, we can help out with that immediately as well. And then the final thing that I'll show you all on here is we do have a template section also. So we do have a partnership with Agent Store if you're looking for some direct marketing type pieces or some print marketing type pieces. But then we also have digital marketing templates that we're slowly converting to Canva. So that way, if you guys happen to have a Canva account, or if you just want to download them and then upload them over to Design, that's an option as well too. All right, so on here, we'll have all of our different templates, all alphabetically organized. So if you find any template that you want to utilize, for the time being, they're all through Google Slides. All right, so as long as you have a Mac or a PC, all you need is a Gmail account. So whether it's a Gmail account or a KW.com email, and you'll be able to access these immediately. And of course, all these pieces, even if it says they're for email signatures or anything like that, you can literally utilize them for anything and everything on here. So you could actually take this and tweak it and convert it into a Facebook post or something for Twitter, Instagram, whatever you kind of prefer at the end of the day. Now, all you'd have to do is click this file button at the top left, and you can make a copy of this slide and you'll be able to actually edit this and own this completely. All right, so that's the best part about it. Then you can add inside your information, your logo, your address. I always say hopefully a non-7-year-old headshot. So you can add in all of your information on here to help you out that much more. All right, but definitely take advantage of everything on our website. So once you sign in with that 446 password and go through the agent resources, all right, all these items are completely available for you to utilize, and they're all going to be free on there too, which is going to make everything that much better. All right, so please feel free to reach out to us. Think of us as basically an extra tech person in the office to help you out with all of your KW technology. And more importantly, just let us do the work for you so we can make your life that much simpler and help you out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah, thank you.
What a cool website. It's kind of similar to what we have our KW resource hub. So it's just click, 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 and it'll take you to videos, troubleshooting, and obviously getting your command system set up as well. So again, Scott, thank you very much. Great information. We'll see you soon.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue. All right, a couple announcements. What is time blocking? Supercharge your productivity with time blocking. That's Tuesday, September 8th to the 3 p.m. Time blocking is a time management method where you can divide your day into blocks of time to completely group and task separately. You can prioritize and follow a concrete schedule instead of an endless to-do list. So many will be spearheading this class. Again, September 8th. That's a Tuesday from 2 to 3. Yeah, so time blocking now, right? All right, next slide, please. Awesome. So where's the Tuesday, September 13, the following week, 2 to 3, how to conduct an accurate and consistent CMA, comparable market analysis, right? I have a guest speaker, Michael Shuro, who is going to be teaching with me, but he's also a licensed appraiser as well. So you get to hear from his point of view as a licensed appraiser as well, and how he comes into evaluations, you know, the ins and outs of active under contract pending and obviously closed transactions. We'll dive deep into the MLS and other platforms that we utilize to get a more concise evaluation or opinion of value of a home, right? So when you're going on a listing appointment, you know pretty much where you're going to list the property and being able to provide that information to the seller, right? So it's a crucial class. All of we're spread at. I got to get all the mentees into this class next September 13th, I should say. So 2 to 3. I know it's going to be a great class with a lot of information. So please join us on the 13th.
I'm in. What's the date on the one before that? I'm sorry, guys. Was it
September 8th.
the 8th at 2?
Yes. Thank you. Jen.
But then the other one, is it, you said the 13th or is it the 15th? That's where I'm confused.
So September 8th and September 13th.
Okay, so they're not both on Tuesdays. That's what confused me.
No.
Okay,
No,
thanks, guys.
Fred.
There is a market center wide Vinci class tomorrow for listings.
Okay.
And I'll send out the link for those. Beautiful listing training.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Next slide, please. Also, we have on September 15, get listings by leveraging the KW concierge. Is Sammy here or Brian? I know they've utilized, you know, the concierge. So, you know, if you have any questions regarding the KW concierge, talk to Sammy. She utilized it through her clients and she got really good feedback from it. So that'll be Thursday, September 15 at 10 a.m. Any questions? All right, let's continue. Next slide. All right, we're going to do a little recap of Mega Camp. I know we're kind of pressed for time, so a lot of the agents that went to Mega Camp were literally sick. Reached out to several of the agents, and they're, you know, sick. I don't know if there was something out in Austin, but myself and Ed will kind of recap some of the things that we got from Mega Camp. So. Ed, take it away. Let's.
Well, here's one thing that it's funny, I was going through my notes, and one thing that I noticed is that as an office and as a region, we've kind of been ahead of the curve, because a lot of what Gary talked, a good portion of Mega Camp was they were talking about the shift, and Gary was going over like, here's a bunch of tips to deal with the shift. And we were fortunate enough to have James Shaw come and teach that class. So we, you know, I was kind of like, when he was going over, I was like, oh yeah, I remember James going over that and that. So that was really cool. And then also he had on day 2 in the morning, Jeff Glover was talking about dealing with objections for buyers and sellers, dealing with the changing markets and rising interest rates and all that. And I was like, oh yeah, we had Jeff Glover here in our region ahead of time too. So, you know, we're kind of ahead of the curve in a lot of ways. I really liked how they laid out Mega Camp this year. Their kind of structure was day 1 was the first few hours was Gary, a couple hours was Gary talking about the market, which if you guys haven't seen that, please, if there's only one part you're going to watch that would be my recommendation, is just go back and watch Gary talking about what's going on in the market and what's going on in the competitive landscape amongst brokerages. I've been looking forward to that every year, every 6 months or whatever, we do mega camp or family reunion. It's something I look forward to, and this time was no different. I don't know, for whatever reason, there's no one that I feel like I can listen to Gary talk about for an hour what's going on in the market, and I feel like I know more than if I read, 20 articles and spend 8 hours and, trying to figure out what's going on. And so we had Gary talking about the market. Later on that day was, we went over a lot of different, if I remember correctly, the second half of day one was specific strategies that you can put in your market. Say you want to be doing open houses or farming an area. And what was interesting is that this year they did it a little different. So everybody who spoke, obviously you can go back and watch the recording, but they also created a one sheet kind of takeaway. And those are all available on a Google Drive, which I think we have available throughout the
So Nat, I actually have it for all of you. We're gonna send an email blast to each and every one of you, but Nat, can you pop up that link? There you go. So I was able to gather all the stuff that was talked about at Mega Camp, about SOIs, real estate, it's a contact sport, the systems. And these are from all the trainers or guest speakers that were talking. We're gonna send this all out to you. We also have the link, so that way you can have all this stuff as an arsenal of things for you to utilize in your business, folks, okay? So even though you didn't go to Mega Camp, we brought Mega Camp to you guys, all right? So some of the stuff that we have here, the process for audience building with newsletters, kind of a roadmap. So a lot of good nuggets that we got from Mega Camp, we're going to share with you, send out an email and provide you with the resources. So anything else that you
Just
got?
as far as what Gary said in the morning about what's going on in the market, the biggest take, I highly recommend going back and watching it. I think the video is probably about an hour long. I know that's an hour, but I promise you it's probably the best hour you'll spend in the next 6 months for your business. The biggest takeaway from it, now Gary was saying that in his 40 years, this is probably the most confusing, in fact, he said this is the most confusing market that I've ever experienced. There's a lot of dichotomous data points. It's all over the place. It's hard to make sense of it. Interest rates are going up, yet prices are also going up. Like it's very unusual, the market that we're having right now, more so than ever. Here's my biggest takeaway from that was that he said, and this is something that James Shaw was talking about too, is that yes, we expected in 2021, $6.1 million transactions happened. In 2022, they're expecting 5.1 million transactions. That's a million less transactions, a whole lot less. And his takeaway from that was that if you want to sell 30 homes this year in your market, if you want to sell 100 homes, if you want to sell a dozen homes in the LA market and luxury, you can still do that. There's still plenty enough for you to crush it in this market, right? And that's echoes what James Shaw was saying too. Echoes what you'll hear in any shifting market is that if yes, there's less out there, but if you're focused on your slice of the pie, there's still plenty of pie for you if that's what if you're focused about it. Now you will have to work harder for the lead than you did last year, and that's something that James Shaw said too when we all went and met with him, and that's something that Gary said as well. But typically when markets shift, you spend more time lead generating, less time servicing your clients. When the market's doing really well, you spend more time servicing your clients, less time lead generating. So make sure you ramp up appropriately to whatever goal you're trying to hit, if need be, right? So that's my biggest takeaway from Gary's first part. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, so one of the things that Gary also mentioned was stick to your goals and stay consistent with those goals, okay? Because of this shift. One thing that also resonated was, has anyone read the book, The Miracle Morning? Yep. Okay, it's such a great book. But Gary shared, and to remind us all, if you cannot control your day by controlling your morning before noon, he says, then you are winning. Most people wake up being distracted by emails, texts, social media, and do not take themselves better. We need to get back to winning our mornings. So that's one thing that really, really resonates, like the stuff that we do here for the office, right? Which is like a producer's mindset, guest speakers on Fridays, producer's mindset, you know, the activities that we do to get you where you need to be, right? All those are a contributor to your success. So those are some of the things that I picked up from Nick Kemp. So it was great.
I've got one last quote I'd like to share, and I love this quote. Gary said, and again, this goes back to what we're talking about, how like our job is really to provide customer service, right? The highest level of customer service we can provide. He said, we're not trying to convince people to do anything. We're trying to inform people so that they can make the best decisions for themselves, right? That goes to the heart of what we do day in, day out. We're not trying to get people who shouldn't be buying to buy. We're not trying to get people who maybe now is not the right time for them. Like maybe the interest rates went up and they shouldn't be buying now because they can't afford what they need to be like. Maybe they, you know, that's not our job. Our job is to inform them, tell them what's going on, and motivate them, not motivate them. Remember from what James Shaw was saying. I love that. I love that way of thinking of it. If you're too worried about some deal that fell apart because interest rates went up, the problem isn't that you can't convince that client to buy. The problem is that you don't have enough buyers so that you can wave that on goodbye and be like, I get it, now's not the best time. We'll see you in a year or two when it's better. That's what it's all about. That's how we serve our clients. We don't get hung up on one particular client and end up with commission debt, right?
Okay. Cool. Spot on. Cool. Any questions?
That's all I got.
Wonderful. Awesome. Good job.
I was born.
You need
But
to
I listen to stuff.
See, this is the stuff I'm gonna miss. You know, we can read each other. That's amazing. All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, so just a couple of broker updates. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Totally. I have a broker. There's going to be a change in your continuing education, your 45 hours. You guys all know, ladies and gentlemen, all know that you have to complete 45 hours, right? Every time you renew your real estate license, right? That's part of the requirement. So starting January 1st, 2023, they're going to throw in an additional curriculum as part of your renewal. So if you're renewing your license like me, my renewal is this December, I'm okay. But 4 years from now, I'm going to have to include that as part of the requirement. Okay. Now, it's not going to add to the 45 hours, which is a good thing. They're going to merge that as part of the curriculum, such as risk management, ethics, and all that good stuff. They're just going to add this new one, and it's going to be kind of hard for me to read, but it's called the training on bias. Yeah, bias. Okay, so that's going to be the new update for next year, which is Senate Bill 263, which is the continuing education requirements for real estate licenses becoming effective January 21st. January 1st of 2023. All license with a license expiration on or after those renewal bases will have to be included with this additional 2 hours of implications of bias training. In addition, the current requirement of 3 hours in fair housing must also include. So all that stuff is going to be incorporated. It's not going to be an additional 2 hours of this training. It's just going to be the 45 hours. Okay. Any questions regarding that? Okay, on that note as well, I want to emphasize and I want to stress as well the importance. Do not wait till the last minute to renew your darn real estate license. No, I'm being very serious, guys. Okay, the reason I'm saying this is because we're seeing agents' license expire. The Department of Real Estate is not giving you guys a grace period anymore. So once your license expires, it's within days, they're going to have your license expired. What that means is now you cannot conduct real estate. I have no control over that. Make sense? Yeah. So please, get your 45 out of the way. You have 90 days prior to your license expiring to renew your license. Do not wait till the last minute, folks. And I know agents do that all the time. They wait till the last minute. And now they're saying, Simon, I need help. What do you need help? I gotta renew my license. Okay, you got everything. We can do it online. Well, I don't have my 45 hours completed. When is your license expire? Tomorrow.
Yeah, I've let it expire twice.
Well, we had a grace period during COVID, folks, that allowed us months after our license expired. That's not, here's my concern. If you have a listing and you have an escrow, the protocol would be is if your license expired, you cannot conduct real estate. The broker has to step in and now navigate that. Okay, I'm gonna take your money. Yes,
There's a
sir.
company called Career Compass. They did an office meeting here. You join the company and they give you free renewal license. And they have like seminars in Vegas, at the different Marriotts. So they provide like a different type of renewal for it. I think if you're on a team, you get it for $99. I'm not sure what the price is, but you pay a one-time fee and you can renew your license online or at one of their conventions.
Or you get it
Well,
for free.
you can get it for free through the TW Hub. We have the site as well, where you can, it's a little tricky, a little hard, but you can do it absolutely free and take it any time. Remember, the goal is to do this before your license expire, okay? Because even if you pay your license fee, they will not give you your new license until you complete your 45 hours, okay?
Is there another 3 hours though too? What was the other thing that we had to do? Remember those other 3 hours?
That's ethics, that's a different topic.
So,
Yeah.
but that, don't we need that every 3?
That's part of it, but you know, for the MLS and for National Association of Realtors, every 2 years you have to renew that. So you wanted to add something?
Just really quickly, I've always used realestateexpress.com. It's all online and you can get your 45 hours done in about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
I'm not saying don't go to a class and learn. I'm just saying if you want to get good quick, I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it.
Now, there's two ways of doing this. If your license does expire, then unfortunately you cannot go online and renew. It's such an easy process to do it online because you just upload all your certificates, make sure that it's 45 hours, pay your renewal license fee, and bam, within minutes, you'll get your new license and then they'll mail you your card. Well, if you let your license expire, unfortunately, it will not allow you to do it online. Now you got to do it the old fashioned way, which can take, you know, weeks to get processed, folks, okay? Now, with that being said, if you have any issues, because they've run your background, if you have a conviction, if you have a misdemeanor, or a felony, okay? You've got to also disclose that as part of the process, okay? Things happen. And if you say no to that, that's gonna red flag your application. They will not renew your license. And now it will be sent to an investigator. And then the investigator will send me an email or a letter saying, hey, we had to investigate this applicant because of some information that was pulled up from your background, okay? So just because you haven't taken the state exam doesn't mean every 4 years they do not do background checks, they still do. And they'll check, okay? So you gotta be honest and truthful on the application process. And there's 6 questions. Have you, okay? Answer them truthfully or it will delay the process, folks, okay? Any questions?
I want to speak on this. You know, I've had my license for almost 30 years and I lived up north for half of it. And I did my hours, I did everything, all my paperwork. I wanted to go online. There had been a change and I had to go to Sacramento like that day. I am not even kidding. And I made it, but they're pickier and pickier because now with COVID, everything is so streamlined and automated that they can double check stuff really fast and easy. Like, listen to him, it's true. It's a pain too.
Right. Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing. Any other questions? All right. Thank you. Next slide, please. We're almost done. All right, quickly, family reunion. Guess what? It's going to be in our backyard in Anaheim, February 18th through the 21st. Family reunion 2023, this will be the 40th anniversary of KW.
Is it really? That's so
Yeah,
cool.
I believe so. So 40 years with Keller Williams. So early bird prices in today. Okay, so there's the link. Today?
When did your license?
I'm sorry, September. My bad. September 30th. We still got 1 month. Yeah, I need my glasses. So September 30th. Love to see KW South Bay be part of this. It's gonna be phenomenal. It's 4 days of intense, education platforms, guest speakers, get to see Gary.
Get over 20, go throw us a big party.
And then maybe you can do Disneyland as well. So, February 18th to the 21st here in California. So, looking forward to that. Any questions? All right, next slide. Okay, any listing pitches and buyer needs off market? Yes, Fred.
I have a buyer that is looking in Palos Verdes area up to 2.5 million. The specifics are they want to be looking toward the water, not San Pedro. And they want at least 9,000 square foot lot. So if anyone has any properties off market, on market.
Not to be Fred.
Will do.
Awesome, beautiful. Anyone else? Yes,
I'm looking something for up to 4 million. Needs 5 bedrooms plus. Flat lot. We really like, main floor to have, at least 2 bedrooms because the in-laws are going to be living there, can't have stairs. So about 4 million, probably over 4,000 square feet would probably be due, because it's, 5 bedrooms plus.
beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. Anyone else?
Off market PVE, 2,200 square feet, 4.3 on an over 8,000 square foot lot.
Nice.
Around 2 million. If he would take.
Okay, cool. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. All right, well, that concludes our team meeting. Thank you very much. Now let's celebrate and give our farewells to, thank you guys. Let's get some Hawaiian music.